Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of This Christian Nationalism, the show where a bunch of lunatics argue about a concept that has absolutely no functional definition whatsoever. I'm your host, Kip Sweaterbest. Let's meet our contestants. First up is Maisie, a woman who is, like 19 or 56, and from the hair, I'm assuming is either a West Virginia bartender or somehow connected to an Ivy League university.
And my pronouns are she, her.
And we're sick of you already. Next up is Jerry Berry, the churchy fruit. Jerry recently traveled the cornball legalist to smug antinomian pipeline, which means he used to be kinda cute, but now he talks like a Methodist lady pastor attending a Mitt Romney prayer breakfast. Welcome to the show, Jerry.
Thank you, Kip. It's just such an honor to be a part of this pivotal faith conversation.
Ugh, see what I mean? He's gross. All right, next up is an angry, disaffected, father-wounded young man desperately longing for community after being crushed by a world that taught him to despise his race, his sex, and his culture. And I was very close to feeling sorry for him until he chose to play the game under the cover of his anonymous social media avatar, which for some reason is this.
Don't dox me, you gay coward.
Hey, you might be worse than Maisie.
Well, he is a white male.
And now you're tied. Okay, let's play the stupid game now. Contestants, for the purposes of this show, let's say that Christian nationalism is a social and governmental system in which Christianity is the driving force that shapes a nation's laws, people, and culture. Can we all agree to stick to that definition for the next 3 minutes?
Sure.
Fine.
Yes.
I don't believe you. Nevertheless, I'm going to show you a bunch of things that don't fit that definition at all. Then I'm going to ask you, is this Christian nationalism? All you have to do is say no, and you'll win the game. Let's play. Hey guys, is this Christian nationalism? Maisie.
Yes.
Ooh, incorrect.
But I see prayers and a flag. That's Christian nationalism.
And the definition of Christian nationalism is?
Christians vaguely existing in public.
I hate this job.
That is not Christian nationalism.
Very good, young man. 10 points
That's
for you.
Christian suicide.
And here we go.
Because race mixing is always a precursor to the destruction of Christian empire.
Guys, please, this is just a regular Christian couple praying that God would forgive them for using the power of the state to control other people's lives instead of focusing on their own self-wounds of brokenness.
I hate that answer.
Let's tame those ovaries, dude.
You're worse than scabies.
All right, let's move on to round 2 before I lobotomize myself with a pool cue. Contestants, the man on the left is a secular liberal voting for a Democrat because their shared metaphysical presuppositions cause them to share political beliefs. That's called democracy. The man on the right is a conservative Christian voting for a Republican because their shared metaphysical presuppositions cause them to share political beliefs. That's called
Christian nationalism. No, he's doing Christian nationalism. We talk about this all the time at my school.
Please don't tell me you made the dean's list, Maisie.
I'm the dean.
I hunger for death. Well, I see our anonymous friend got banned again and has now switched to his alternate account named after an obscure 17th century theologian he's never actually read. So the gentleman on the right.
Direct election of senators is a Jewish conspiracy.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Why are you a salamander now?
It's popular with the higher status man boys of my tribe, and I covet their validation.
Yeah, well, I covet the life of Job. Jerry Bear.
It's not Christian nationalism. Because it's not Christian, God gave us the separation of church and state for a reason, and the second we Christians start relying on political power to advance our causes is the second the secular left will start using that power against us.
They're already doing that.
We've been doing that for a while.
I've literally never lived in a world where that wasn't happening.
I make the Christian student groups hold their meetings off campus at a sewage treatment facility.
I got arrested for saying Bible within 300 yards of a Planned Parenthood.
I failed math for assuming Pythagoras' gender.
We boo the Holy Trinity at our lacrosse games.
I bought my niece a Precious Moments Bible and got put on an FBI watch list.
I skipped a Sam Smith song on Spotify and got charged with a hate crime.
I'm having your bank account frozen right now.
But guys, imagine if they use that power against us.
Why are you the way you are?
It's a mystery, a puzzle that can never be solved, a riddle that can never be told.
Is it that you should have gotten a swirly 37 years ago but didn't?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ah, sweet mercy upon mercy. That means our game is over. Once again, everybody lost, especially me. Join us for another episode tomorrow where I just might shove some dynamite up my nostrils. Good night, everybody.
Hey, wait, before we go, can I say like 2 more insane things about the Jews?
No, you may not.
Actually, I'd like to hear that. I'm kind of on a big death to Israel kick myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, girl, you for real?
Oh, yeah.
Nope, none of that. We are absolutely not jump-starting that supervillain origin story today. Hey guys, it's me, Hans Feeney. You should come to the Issues Etc. conference this year, taking place at Concordia University, Chicago, on July 12th and 13th. You can see such great speakers as Riley Gaines, Mark and Molly Hemingway, Aaron Wrenn, Chris Roseborough, Brian Wolfmueller, and Will Whedon. And I will also be there, not as a speaker, but to be on the live broadcast of Issues Etc. at the conference. And that's why I'm wearing this tuxedo here. Because when you're not a guest speaker, but they ask you to drive all the way and be on the show, that's like when your friend is getting married, and he doesn't ask you to be a groomsman, but he does ask you to be an usher. So, none of the glory, all of the inconvenience. So come to the Issues Etc. conference and watch me maybe fight Todd Wilkin.